Hey, so as I explained before, don't forget to check out your formula sheet. Lots of good things in here, especially with volume. You've got Pythagoras, you've got circle equations, standard deviation, and Pythagoras. Slope. So yeah, let's have a look through this. What I suggest you do is you look at the question, you pause the video, you try the question yourself, and once you've got your answer, have a look and see what I've done. Okay, if we get the same, fantastic. If not, try and see where you went wrong. Okay, so don't just watch. Pause, have a look at the video, try it yourself. Obviously, if you're stuck, watch the video. Okay. So first question: Jack's bought a car 3 years ago, cost him this amount, and it's decreased in value by that amount. What is the value of the car now? And we're going to that to two significant figures. So yeah, cars usually depreciate, except now that there's a chip shortage, so they're all going up in value, even the used ones, which has never happened before. No, sorry, there's no link to an economics video. So this is the equation that you're wanting to use because we are looking at compound interest. If you see a time and a percentage, you should be thinking compound. So our original amount is 1,400. And I like this little equation because it doesn't require a lot of thinking. It's just a straight substitution in. Okay. The takeaway, because it's a decrease. So when you see words like appreciate, returns on investment, that'd be a plus. When you see depreciate, decrease, losses, you should be thinking takeaway. And we've got a percentage of 13 in here. And if we put that straight into the calculator, we would end up with 921.90, etc., etc. Now, just to show you, don't have to put this line in, but just to show you what's going on inside that bracket, that would be 0.87 to the power of 3. That's our decimal multiplier. That number, when it's less than 1, will make this number smaller. When it's bigger than 1, it'll make it bigger. And this helps us from avoiding one of the big pitfalls. So, for example, if something increases by 5%, so it increased by 5%, what people tend to do is say, well, that's the same as 1.5. But that's not true. That's 50%. That's you increasing by 50%. Okay, so you want to increase by 5%. Yeah, that's wrong. It's 1.05. Okay, that's increasing by 5%. Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so this equation just helps you stop and not make that little mistake, which people do. So don't jump straight to this line with a multiplier. I would just take my time and just do this. Okay? So that's my answer on our calculator. We wanted two decimal places, sorry, two significant figures. There's my two significant figures. So that's going to give me 920 because I don't have any zeros for my decimals because they're not significant. This number becomes a 0 for place value, and I don't have to round that up. It just stays the same because this is less than 5. Jack sells his car for £950. Calculate this loss. Okay, so that's your difference over original times 100. That's going to tell you percentage loss. Now the difference here, so let's think. So he bought it for 1,400 and he's selling it for 950. So that's the difference you're looking at. And his original amount was 1,400. So it's 450 is our difference divided by 1,400. I'm still timesing that by 100. So I should have said in there times by 100. And that's going to give me, let's round it and call that 32%. Okay, so difference over original. There's a few different percentages. There's the compound, there's difference over original, which is, if it's either profit, you should be thinking on that as well. But yeah, change in percentage, and it's a change, difference over original. And the other one you might do is reverse the change if something's lost or gained a percentage. So if there's no time, and that's usually where you talk about your amount being equal to your percentage to 100% plus or minus the new percentage that you're given. Okay, whatever it is. So that's your reverse the change question. So if there's no time, you're thinking it's this. Anything to do with profits and things, that's difference over, or just a change that's difference over original. Okay, so have a little read at that. So when we're looking at data or quartiles, so we've got a number of podcasts downloaded each month. The first thing we want to do is write it all in order. Okay, so from low to high. So I'm going to do that. Yeah, voila. So as you do it, kind of mark off the numbers and just have a quick sense check at the end. This looks quite good. Okay, so median. Median is saying the number bang in the middle. So I was to karate chop this data into, I want an equal number on both sides. So there's 12 numbers, and actually you can see there 6 and 6. So if I karate chop in the middle, I want 6 numbers on one side, 6 numbers on there. There we go. That was good to me. And what's bang in the middle of that? Well, just 19, isn't it? If it was 19 and 20, the middle one would be 19.5. But this time it's just 19. And then we're karate chopping this half, and we're karate chopping this half to work out Q1 and Q2. So I karate chop this bunch here, I've got Q1. Karate chop this bunch, I've got Q3. So we see what I've done is I've, by dividing it into its quartiles, I have got 4 equal sets of data. There's 3, there's 3, there's 3, and there's 3. 4 equal sets of data. That's the whole point of your quartiles. Okay, each of those should be the same size. Okay, and just to finish off the Q1 and Q3, so right in the middle of that one is going to be 11, and in the middle of this one, so if it's slightly trickier numbers like these, what you can do is add them together and divide by 2. So that's 48 divided by 2. So that's going to be 48 divided by 2, 24. Okay, so that's your Q1, Q2, and Q3. This is referred to as the median as well. So you probably want to actually write that. Tell them that's the median. Okay. Nice one. So we put it all in order and we split it up into equal sections. Okay. And the box plot, I will just do that just now. What we're going to do is we want to have our maximum and our minimum, and then our Q1, Q2, and Q3. So give me a wee second and we'll just do that. Sorry, the lack of straight lines, but yes, you've got your minimum of 5, your maximum of 34, and obviously each of these we've got 1 per box, don't we? There's 30 to 35, so 31, 2, 3, 4, and you've got to mark on your Q1, your Q2, and your Q3. What does this mean? Well, it means that 50% of your data is inside of this box. So inside here, 50% of your data sits, 25% of your data in here, 25 in there. So if you're thinking about analysing things, you know, if I've got a set of data like this, you know, say I've got a big something like that. Okay, so maybe that's, you know, test scores, and this is one class, and then we've got another class. What we're saying here is that the data is much tighter in here than it is for this. So say that's, you know, 100%, 50%, you know, down to 0%, and this is class A and class B. The results here are very spread out. You get someone almost getting full marks, someone's on about 25%. It's very spread here, very tight together, you know, very small spread. You know, so that's why we do the boxes. It helps us visually show where our data is, you know, and it helps you visually see your average as well, your median in there. Okay. Nice one. I should have time to try this, so have a wee read at that. Okay, so lots of words. Let's try and get some of the words. So we've got different packages for internet deal. Ross needs minimum 52. Minimum 52. Okay. So these are the speeds here. So that means right away we can't do C, can we? Because that's 2. That's 38 is less than 52. So I can't do that. At least 50 gigs. Okay, at least 50 gigs. So they're all good apart from this one. So I can't do this one. Nice. And a 12-month contract. It was a 12-month contract only. So that's good. That's good. E is no good. Okay. So your first mark is for getting rid of those two. And we're just going to compare B and D. So Ross will choose package based on the lowest price. What's he going to go for? So we're looking for a comparison between B and a comparison between D. So what's it going to be then? Well, this is $8.95 times 12, isn't it? Because that's every month. So I'm going to do $8.95 times by 12. And the monthly broadband cost. So I'm also going to do $20.99 times 12. And to that I will add an initial fee of $59.99. So if I do that as a sum, that's going to give me the total for that package. And for D, it's exactly the same, isn't it? Just different prices. You're looking at $7.99 times 12. To that you're going to add $18.99 times 12, and then you're going to add on the $109. So a bigger fee there. Bigger fee, but slightly reduced yearly prices. So what's going to come out as best? So yeah, if I do the calculations, I end up with $419.27 for B, and the exact same calculations for D are going to give me $433.75. So what's he going to go for? He is going to go for B. And justification is your working that you've shown there. You might just want to be saying that B is cheaper. Okay. So a mark for whittling it down, getting rid of these 3. Yeah, I should have cancelled that one out as well. And then doing your sums to see which is best. Make sure you times by 12 if it's per month, and then add on your fees.